get flack for this, and I hate to say this, guys. What the hell are you thinking, Bungie? I'm just gonna be nice about this. I'm gonna explain the reason because I'm Hispanic, and I'm just gonna explain the issue here. This is something that you guys need to understand. Don't be fooled by this costume. I'm gonna tell you the reason, because you have to understand, like the guys on the reader added this, they said other notes is almost correct. It's not even descendants of Latino migrants in the U.S. like Latinx or Latine. Latin people or Latin person would be correct. Latinx or Latinese suggests people who don't understand Latin language of foreign culture. The thing is, I'm just going to go ahead and address this in a nice way, because I understand you want people to, follow your weirdo cult ideology here. I'm just going to be nice and tell you guys right now. No one's going to be, singing Kumbaya after this, but you can still, gain some respect by telling people, hey, we want to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, guys. We want to appreciate our Hispanic, co-workers who work for us at Bungie. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're gonna do. But this time we're gonna call them Latinx. And of course, people are gonna be like, "What the hell's Latinx? What the fuck is it?" Like, that's what a lot of Hispanics would tell you. Like, old Hispanics would be like, "What the fuck is a Latinx? Are we the X-Men now? Are we fucking like mutants and shit? Like, are we gonna be fighting like? Are we gonna be like in the future trying to be like fighting like giant robots and shit? Like, are we the X-Men or something? I don't know. I don't get why you're gonna call Latinx. Like, that stuff is kind of lame, and it just makes it look like it's bad. So I understand you wanted to use this language. I understand you want to change the language, which is a bad idea, because Hispanics will probably get offended by this. I understand that you want to change this for, to your own set of values that we understand about. Wink, wink. I get it. But the thing is, you are colonizing their language. I know where this stuff is coming from. It's coming from a linguistics group that is working for UC Berkeley, who are basically creating this language to stop the anti-LGBTQ. That is the issue. And yet it failed in Africa, but now they're trying to go over other countries to basically introduce this type of language to communicate the issues of the LGBTQ by changing the language. That's kind of colonizing the language. That's kind of what they're trying to do, and it kind of upsets and offends people. And I get where they're trying to do this as with good intentions, but it's bad intentions, and especially when a video game company that's supporting this, I get it. They're trying to do this to help, we're proud of introducing our newest idea, Latin Bungie thing. It's like, I get it, but this is not going to help anything. This is just going to make things worse. And people are really upset about this, because I'm just showing you guys the issue here, that that people are just literally, Hispanics don't like our language being manipulated and antagonized. But thanks for openly signaling to never buy any of your products again. Okay, what is a Latinx? A Latin? I'm from Miami. I never heard of it. All my Hispanic friends not happy about this. Yeah, it's like they're trying to introduce this stuff, and it's like people don't understand it. It's just confusing, because you're trying to make it sound like it's some new generation hipster bullshit created by a bunch of, white people at UC Berkeley. That's the truth. That's what they did. They created that that word so they could be like, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to call the Latinos, we're going to call them Latinx, and they think it's going to be sounding cool like the X-Men and shit. That's what they were. That's what they're actually doing. And I think this is kind of what they think this is a great idea to do. They were probably smoking pot while doing this shit. I'm not kidding. That's what you see those probably UC Berkeley kids do. They've been smoking a lot of pot, bringing up this idea. Let's change the language a little bit and call it Latinx, guys. That would be so cool. It'd be like the X-Men and shit. God, please, for God's sake, please stop smoking weed, kids. At UC Berkeley, you're just making yourself look stupid. Anyways, I'm out of here, guys. I better get out of here because this is just retarded. Because this is why a lot of Hispanics are not happy with this situation with Bungie, and I think Bungie really used the wrong word. And I think that this is the problem. Like, I think their PR company is really failing on them. Anyways, I'm getting out of here because this is ridiculous. I'm out of here. Peace. Because it's just getting on my nerves. Listening to these people talk about Latinx and shit.